or a project for this international unification. Since we are successful here in Nigeria, I think internationally we will also be successful to unite the Igbos in Haiti, the Igbos in Barbados, Belize, and Jamaica. Um, so that is why the theme of this international project is Anamachawanim. That is the Igbo language. I'm looking for my brothers.
Mhm.
I'm looking for my brethren. So yeah, so Anamachawanim, and we have been going about sensitizing our people for support. I believe that once we have a very tangible connection in the Caribbean, we can be able to raise funds both at
Mhm.
home here and also in diaspora. Yeah,
I
it
want
is possible.
I want to forward Haiti because my research shows that at minimum it's 25% of black people in the Caribbean are Haitian, and they're
Okay.
basically the dominant culture and population, but the separation because they have their own autonomous culture intact, and the West wants to promote democracy and having a president and political party where they could kill your president anytime. But if we have the decentralized Igbo system of chiefs, village elders, where you make a decision at the town and village unit, it counteracts what the West is trying to do. So I
Oh,
have one contact that's Haitian, and the Haitians basically, it's like the Caribbean is divided. So if you have the Haitians, you have most of the Caribbean. And then I've been in a process of finding what are the smaller Caribbean islands that could work together in unity with Haiti. So I can forward the Haitian contact. And
okay.
The last Haitian contact that went to Igbo land and he was featured, he was actually arrested in USA and his visa was revoked.
Oh,
And that was the one who visited Enugu. Uh,
mm,
that wasn't popular. That wasn't promoted, but as far as his arrest, but he hasn't been back. That was Senator Moise John Charles. So he signed.
okay.
Basically, he was a lot of Haitians have been coming to Africa trying to sign development deals where their country can be part of African development, a United States of Africa, and people are tracking them. And but this contact, his name is Amos Sincere. He's been successful in traveling to many African countries and under the United Nations. Even though we know it's a political platform, he's been able to navigate it. So for him to come to the Carib, I think he can even finance his own way home, back and forth, and he'll bring his contacts from all over West Africa. Nigeria also is a federation, so for us to
Yeah.
sign deals with Igbo land or any village or even the whole eastern region, it's not illegal for us to sign deals with different countries. But that's what the international people are watching and trying to prevent. I saw Nigeria was just meeting with Russia, probably trying to turn them against Igbo land. So, but so I'll forward you his contact. His name is Amos Sincere, and I'll forward you
Okay.
his um
Okay.
his last meeting, the United States of Africa meeting. So to make Igbo land, you know what's going on in the Sahel? That's the Hausa, that's the Kanem Bornu.
Yeah,
Chad
the
is trying to
Fulani.
join. It's all a tribal movement where they saw what happened with the Yoruba security and the Igbo at Boguar. They said, "What about our security?" So all this is just
Yeah,
tribal. It's like
yeah,
eight tribes in six, maybe five, six tribes in West Africa that now they're getting together, and everybody's saying, "Oh, let's." It's a big movement, but we were always the same tribes, and the ones that don't want anything to change. So, so everybody's
yeah.
coming together, and Igbo land is a good place for people to visit. And I'm
Okay,
going to I'll keep forwarding contacts, but a lot of the islands are
okay. All
divided.
right. Okay. What I'm suggesting is I'm a cabinet member.
Hmm.
I'm a cabinet member of Azeri,
Hmm.
Council of Chiefs, and even I have an audience with him this coming Monday, the AK Day. I have an audience with him so that he can fully endorse the international unification project of Undibo.
Hmm.
He's already on the project. I mean, in his own way, trying to reconnect because a lot of Americans, a lot of Caribbean uh, uh, citizens are coming to the palace to identify with the roots, and
Mm-hmm.
also having a name change to Igbo name. So it will be. I'm going there to have his support and also his spiritual blessing. So, but what I want from your own side is I want us to create a WhatsApp group.
Mm-hmm.
And because I want you to be part of this, I mean, fully, like,
Mm-hmm.
fully part of this based on your connection, based on the amount of information that you have. We can
Mm-hmm.
share informations from here and also now galvanize more people, more Caribbean people, more Igbo people, the people that are really left here in search of greener pastures, so that we can really expose them to what we are doing here, and give them informations, and from there, because what we are going to do is sensitization first, because we have tried it here in Nigeria. It's working.
Mm-hmm.
Sensitization, education is the key. You understand, to
Mm-hmm.
eliminating identity issues. But I know the challenges over there will be peculiar. They have their own peculiar challenges because uh, they have little or no knowledge about their ancestry. So what we are going to do is focus on the message through cultural identification, through cultural sensitization. Igbos
Mm-hmm.
are spiritual and also a cultural people, so we should use that strength.
Mm-hmm.
They've seen a lot of foreign things. So what we do is, as we go, we share informations, and we give them a message of hope that
Mm-hmm.
Igbo land won't be complete without us uniting with our people.
I have two responses. Well,
Okay.
have you tried the community development, like the government partnership? Have you looked at that? Because a lot
Um.
of what it is that a lot of these places have governments where they have a ministry of community development where it's their job to promote community development, and it looks like nobody in Africa has really taken that route of partnership, maybe because of politics.
Yeah.
It,
Yeah. That is some. When you say most of these issues, the problem we are facing at home here, and also the problem our Haitian brothers are facing over there in diaspora, it's all political. When you
hmm
understand that what we have is a political problem, you first of all develop yourself culturally, and find a way to lobby politically. I would say here that we have not really involved the government, because
hmm
since it is since the vision, the project is still in the kindergarten level. When you involve the politicians, the government, definitely they're gonna kill it
hmm
even before it's born. You understand? So
Even
for
yeah,
now, for
even
now,
the peculiar
we are.
thing about Africa right now, if you look at Burkina Faso, the capital is as a kingdom. Um, Niamey, Niger, I think it started off as a federation of different tribes. It's a village. Bamako, it's a royal village. So they're really big on promoting their cultural kingdoms as capitals. Whereas in Nigeria, they'll destroy a whole indigenous city and say this is the capital of Abuja or Enugu. They remove the culture. That's what they've been doing. But and in Igbo land, the autonomous communities, even though I know it's been politicized, but even that is part of the government structure where we could go to these people and say, this kingdom sponsors the development of the whole island, and it's legal.
Yeah.
So even though the politicians try to, politics, but it's illegal for us to say this kingdom sponsors the unification of Africa. These kingdoms, even I'm from Mbise, which is invented in 1941, where we just said we're signing a document to unite these five communities, so we can expand it to thousands of communities. That's been my strategy, just to use our basic village and expand it into a global federation, and it's working. We're seeing it in West Africa. Now we're seeing people in the Caribbean marching all over the world. So we could be this cultural bridge because a lot of these West African countries they have smaller cultures and they have a smaller diaspora, whereas Igbo people, immigrants, we're everywhere to promote the message of what's going on in Africa. So we can make that partnership and to create a WhatsApp group. I think it will be okay. Um, starting with Haiti. I know I have solid contacts there. I don't know if I have different contacts. The one who could travel and the ones that I've been talking to for years, they don't really talk to each other. But since Haiti is at least 1/4 of the Caribbean, I think it's okay to engage all of them because the discrimination they have to heighten the what's going on with Haiti and the Caribbean not working with them, and even other islands saying that it's okay to invade them instead of installing a traditional African government, which is what they started off. They started off as a kingdom and empire with a very African culture and African constitution. And over the years, they've been invaded. The constitution been changed to make it more like the West, and so the West could police their structure. But it's always been the empire of Haiti or the kingdom of Haiti. That's what a lot of people are still trying to restore that. So that's where Igbo land comes in, and we put ourselves on the map. Uh, the ones I know they're working with the newest federation, the Sahel Federation, and I know Chad wants to join. And you guys in Africa, we know we have Kanem Bornu there, which wants is part of the federation. We know the big issue right now is that the Fulani Jihad that went on in 1804, it removed the traditional leaders of Hausa land, and that's the big issue that people are looking at in West Africa. Why the Hausa can't join, their brothers in the Sahel and discuss
Okay.
security. So now the whole Nigerian government is looking at Igbo land and looking at what's going on in Sahel and saying they're saying the same language, and how can we break this up? So it's urgent because they even now Nigeria might want an Igbo president to declare war on the neighbors and say it's the Igbo's fault. So it's urgent we all get on the same page right now for because everybody's always looking at Igbo land, looking at what West Africa is doing, and they're looking a way to make Igbo land get destroyed again. They did it already. So I'll be very open to starting a WhatsApp group and adding people, but I'm not really a.
Okay.
I'm more of a connector. I work a lot, and I try to put leaders such as yourself in contact with each other. Um,
Okay. All right. Let's then swing into action. All right. I will set up the WhatsApp,
mhm,
then add you as an admin.
mhm.
How about that?
Okay, and I'll add the so Haitian contacts I have, and for starters, I've seen that you talked to Barbados about was it the crop over festival? Are you traveling for sure? Because I have some Barbados
No,
contacts.
no, I haven't. I haven't met such connections. I haven't met such connections yet. So what I'm doing is to governor support to make connections. So I
Well,
think
I saw the
you're
video. I saw the video with you sat down with a Barbados woman. Did that fall through?
okay. Okay. Well, we are still communicating. We are still
Okay.
communicating. Yeah. So I would say have her on board. I would say have her on board. Yeah,
Okay. So this
because
is the thing with Barbados, and this is go because all these contacts are small cities. They're the size of a small city. You can find them on WhatsApp. They're politicians. We had a WhatsApp
yeah.
group with politicians. Barbados is very very famous as an Igbo island. Even the name BIM. So
Okay.
some people say it's Ebem or Obium, but it's my place.
Okay.
So people, it's a very famous Igbo island, Jamaica too. But it seems like I added the politicians, and they saw what we're doing, and they went all the way to Kenya, and now Kenya, the so-called Pan-African state, is now they're invading Haiti. They're meeting with U.S. generals to invade Burkina Faso. Kenya, they arrested Nnamdi Kanu, who's a traditional leader, and
Yeah.
so it's like the politicians in the Caribbean, and a lot of them been doing very negative things. So Barbados is I have Haitians there in Barbados
Okay.
that they could rally. They could be more equitable as far as bringing the different
Okay.
nationalities who want to learn about African culture and Haitian Igbo culture, so they can hold people accountable. I have a contact in Barbados that's Haitian, and she organizes
Yeah.
the Obako over there. And so that's two islands that I said were key. Jamaica, Eze, Airy has a good contact there. They did
Yeah.
a tour to Jamaica. I could find my own contacts. As far as the autonomous communities there, I have them. So they're always ready to work. They just live. They've been working 200 years, have their own autonomous communities. in Jamaica. I could add them, but I think they want to swing into action. So it's always said add the Jamaicans last.
Okay. Okay. Now, after this conversation, then I will create the WhatsApp group.
Oh, okay.
Then add
And
you.
the last thing, U.S. Virgin Islands, they have a maroon or autonomous community region, and U.S. Virgin Islands is owned by U.S. government colonization. They're taking it over, but those are Igbo people, and they because of the way the U.S. has dominated them, they've negotiated to have a seat in, I think, Senate or Congress. So without even voting, black people have a seat in the U.S. government, but nobody ever uses it. But we can use it to speak for Africa, to speak for our people. And but
Okay.
everybody's been so disorganized they never use U.S. Virgin Islands seat. So that's why I say it's one of the key islands. So you
Okay.
could find them
Okay.
online.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, we must explore every available contact and every available opportunity. You know, it is time for the Igbo people to have a voice. I mean,
Mhm.
internationally and otherwise. So, I'm really grateful that you met this contact. I'm really grateful that we are speaking now, and I believe it's. I mean, it's going to end well. Yeah, it's going to be a very huge partnership that will bring success.
Mhm.
Thank you so much. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. All right.
All right.
Bye.